Bam. Hello.
Hello.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's up, Rocco?
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Let me actually have my mic close to me. I just realized that. I said I was good to start, and then I'm like, wait a minute. My mic's over there like I'm gaming.
Where is Mike? Who's Mike? Where is he?
What is this
He's too
audio
far
stuff
away.
here? Yeah.
Well, it's a nice, relaxed, always strikes late episode.
Yeah. That's how we like to do them.
Just chilling out tonight. I'm gonna get right into it.
Jump right in, man.
Okay, so
This is it.
I know the internet has all been a buzz, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is a flurry, a spreading of images that have come out since the championship, right? And
Dustin Boyle's over here.
It looks like Nurgle finally is a fully complete faction.
Yes.
There is a lot to talk about like not only the models, but like what are these roles going to be, right?
It's their time to slime, baby. They're having a good one.
What are they fixing? What may still be broken? Are they now more than one playstyle?
Oh, no? I hope. I really hope.
Yeah, I'm leaning into yes.
So, I agree. And we're going to have model diversity in the armies. They've got well-defined roles, it looks like, at least on the outside looking in. And the models, I've made a bunch of puns already, but the models look sick as hell.
Yeah. Should I share my screen? Should we look at these together?
Look at these for our viewers and then our listeners. We will try to do these minis justice.
We're just going to talk about these, thinking about what their respective roles are, and then oh my goodness, these are beautiful. If I can just remember how to share stuff again.
Sharing is caring, Matt.
Yep.
Would it be under more?
Oh no, we gonna do this. We got this. We got this. We're gonna do it as background. Wait, no, we can do it side by side, maybe over the shoulder. There's so many different options. There's so many different options. What do we think? Does that work? Maybe, maybe not. Side by side. Oh, yeah. Content only. No, we'll do it as background. I like background. Yeah, let's do background.
All right. Oh,
here we go.
There he goes, folks. Oh my God.
So we got Festus, man. He's back. What am I going to do with my Festus? I don't know. But can we talk about how brilliant this model is?
There's so much going on in this mini. There is just that smile. That damn smile. He had me at that smile.
I love that they kept the same, like, oh yeah, I've got that one guy. And he's been more like fucked up this time,
Yes.
But like, before it would drain out his his esophagus and his face or something.
Yep.
And now we've got like
deteriorating.
A he's got worms coming out his head. And
look at that slug.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I feel like as a painter, this is a terrifying model. Like, the amount of detail.
I get that. There's all kinds of flesh, there's cloth, there's either like a wood or a brass that's showing through with the patina there on the howdah he's got going. We've got that all the pots and all the bottles.
The drippy blobs.
Oh, the drippies.
And then we even got like this nice textured, like circular stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Like, and a bird.
Almost like a wicker hoodoo kind of, a beetle maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. I think there is one thing that this does do well. One of my older critiques and one of the reasons that I kind of I actually dropped Nurgle for a while. I was playing pre-Death Guard, just Nurgle Chaos Marines for the longest time. Okay. Like all my stuff was just rust and grossed and the thing, right? Only grosser.
As you do.
And when the newer line of like Nurgle models came out, they really felt very cartoony. And like there was like I get that they were leaning into that like jovialness, right? Of our great
the Poxwalkers. The Beast of Nurgle's just a little puppy. He's just happy. We're just farting along as we walk. Yeah.
But this feels genuinely gross.
Yes, it does.
Like it feels genuinely gross. It looks joyful only if you're Nurgle, right? Yeah. And that's the one thing that I feel like the last release of models kind of missed. Like even Glockin, giant beautiful model, right? But that's even pre, right? That's just the giant end times model. But everything released from there up to just now has been kind of a little comical, you know?
Get that.
Complicated in ways that it doesn't feel like it fulfills the strengths of the model, if you know what I mean. Like when I painted up Slimix, right? He's actually got a ton of detail, but the way that the model is sculpted, it doesn't allow for you to really like how can I put this? To like paint it in a way where
old articulate.
It all feels as part of a whole, right? It doesn't feel like part of a whole.
Okay, I get that.
For me, for the composition. That's not to say I could never sculpt anything like that. So,
of course,
but
I do love a little Nurgling hiding out in the back of the slug.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
look, this slug is so pretty. And I mean that in the best way. That's like a flatworm thing, right?
God, it is.
And this is making
and the maggots deteriorating too. That's the real the storytelling here through this model, the environment. Ugh.
Yeah, and then it looks like we got a little body bag on the top here.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I didn't even notice that. That is a corrupted Sigmarite artifact if I ever saw one.
So, like, what do you think he's going to do different? Like, I don't think he's going to move any faster, obviously. So maybe he's like another buff machine.
Maybe.
Probably something like
the maw on that damn bug probably hurts.
Yeah, probably like 4 D3 damage.
Yeah.
1 rend or something.
I could see that. Maybe 2. That's a big ass bite. But he's got to be casting a spell or 2 with that pot on his back.
Possibly.
Could it be like a better ogre slaughtermaster?
Could be. I feel like maybe he's like a well, I know he's not gonna like clap cheeks as well in combat as a slaughtermaster, but like I feel like maybe he's like a mini version of what's his name from Hedonites, the big dude,
Oh yeah, Glutos. Yeah. Like gluten free.
Like maybe he hands out a buff or 2 using his potions.
Yeah, right? I can see that.
Maybe that could be good. And again, this model is just like, this is perfect. Festus has been one of my favorite models from like the old world, right? And like, I feel like they did him justice. And there's one thing I'm really, really liking about these. And that's, I don't know if anybody else is like a huge horror fan like I am. But
like the overbloated body?
Yep. Like this is like that decay bloat. And you can really see it
that
on the
waterlogged, soggy. That dude's juicy and he'll right over you.
Everybody's talking about, the soggy this and the soggy that for the new warscrolls, but this guy is genuine soggy.
This man is damp.
Yeah. He's moist to the extreme. So I'm glad we kept his leech though. I'm glad he has a leech holding something.
Yeah. Need a belly leech.
I don't know. So maybe I'm thinking he's not going to be the best in combat still. Probably just like a 50-50. It's big hit or no hit, right? And then I wonder what he's going to combo into, right? Because he's going to be a combo. So I'm kind of wondering.
Will he be an Army of Renown leader?
Oh, for sure. He better be. Everybody else is getting awesome Army of Renown. Festus needs it, He needs it. He's been festering.
And
now
this really excited me because there are like a dozen short stories, free and otherwise, for like, oh, the Knights of Nurgle are fighting the city's forces, or the Sylvaneth, and every time it's like, well, I guess they meant the ones in the Slaves of Darkness, but I'm like, no, they mean Nurgle. Even in there was a Deepkin book that it was like the Blind King's Court or something like that. About
something like that. Sounds familiar.
Yeah, no, I love the book as a Deepkin fan, and they fight these, but they've never really had a model that wasn't, again, the flies.
Yeah. So people listening in, we're now looking at the Slaven Knights.
Yes, these horrifically bloated horses that have almost a lamprey mouth, that are just pox and walking death, with knights on them where they are just festering and oozing, that are the fallen knights that at one point were loyal to Alariel the Everquick, and then eventually just their orders fell. They stopped being loyal. They gave in, and they were transformed and transmuted into this. And the common people of Nurgle eventually aspire to be this, and they're beautifully disgusting.
And I can't wait to see more.
They've got these little jousting shields too, big ass warhammers. They sorry for cutting you off, and they even have the Order of the Fly iconography to represent that actual order of knights, which is great. But it reminds me of like a really messed up Knight of the White Wolf from the old Empire stuff, having the Warhammer riding off. You could tell these used to be cities of Sigmar people at some point before cities was really a thing. They were just Sigmarites. And they've gotten worse and nastier, and they've got all these growths coming out of their armor, and it's just really cool.
There's something I'm going to continue to say as we move forward, because like with Festus, you saw a little bit of it. With these guys, you're starting to see more of it. But these are pure Blanchitsu fodder. Like, I have not seen a release since this that I've been like, holy shit, they nailed John Blanche. Like, they
Court of the Blind King. I'm so sorry that took me so long to...
Court of the Blind King.
Oh, love that book.
So, like, these guys just perfectly encapsulate that not too busy, but full of character in every pose. And that's something that I think
is... With the tongue on that thing
being
a little fucking like an alien tongue from the Alien movies coming out to go and eat you on that horse.
And you can also see like there's like a little bit of regalness in everything that's going on here, even in Festus, right? Like all of these guys are like, we're coming for you. Slow.
No, their bearing is proud. They are the biggest badasses around. They know it. They're coming to go and mow you down. There's a good movement within these minis. Like some people are like, oh, the horses' hooves are a little weird. They're clopping weird. How the fabric...
I love this.
Yeah, these dudes exude badass.
And if you like, and there's like small details that really give a lot. I feel like when you're looking at something through a Blanchitsu lens, right? For those who don't know, Blanchitsu, I'm sure you all know, but for those who don't, who are listening, Blanchitsu is a particular style of painting and like converting miniatures that harkens back to like the old days of Games Workshop and Warhammer in general.
Off of John Blanche being the artist that was in-house that did a lot of beautifully grimdark artwork.
Yeah, and he was even the art director. I didn't know that until the other day. And so like huge, like us old guys, he was our favorite artist, regardless of what we say, because he captured the overwhelming grim and or dark. Like he literally defined the term, right?
Yes, and there's even now paint lines dedicated to him and in his honor.
Of which
I think he partnered with different...
Way too much of.
Oh, God, there's so many.
Oh, yeah.
But there you go.
And I really like this because somebody's going to take this and make this so grimdark that it's going to just shine, right? But I wanted to go back to this little detail. I can understand why people are saying the hooves look weird in this, but that's part of the personality of a shambling, disease-ridden horse, right? So, like, for me, they knocked this out of the park. Now, I want to know what the rules are going to be.
Those eyes are glossy.
It's only 3. There are only 3. What does that mean? Are they going to be like 8 wounds each or something? Are they going to, like, it's cool that now they have like a delivery vehicle for what's his name, the hero on the horse. We still need to get. I want to get the old model as well. I never got that one. The old hero model. What's his name?
No, it's the priest with the sickle. I know exactly which one you're talking about. It's going to be a race to see which one of us actually looks them up.
Oh, you're going to beat me there. I'm so slow. I'm on a computer all day. I can't So, like, there are only 3, so they've got to be a delivery vehicle or like an actual beast, right? Like, I'm wondering if there's going to be like there's gotta be some kind of interplay with him and the Harbinger of Decay, which is
there you go. Model. You beat me to it. See,
it's hard to see on
I clipped on Horticulus by accident.
He's still pretty model.
Yeah. The new Harbinger of Decay that came out when the story moved forward with all the Usharan stuff.
Yeah, so maybe they're a delivery vehicle for him actually doing something good, because as of right now, it's a model that doesn't feel like it has any use outside of very specific builds, which neuter the effectiveness of the list, right?
For me, that's the shame of it.
Well, and that's been a lot of Nurgle when you think about it, right? Like a lot of Nurgle has been like, okay, only one list is going to work, and you're spamming everything.
Yep, it's Blight King spam because they could run and charge by the tree.
Yeah,
it's
previously it was like the Nurgle or the
what are the demons?
Plague Bearer, just
Plague
run.
Spam. Yep.
Plague Bearer run plus 6 to their movement, so you've got like a run and charge plus 6 whatever thing with the trees as well, right?
You know, it was the spam the war cry warband to go and get disease points out through shooting.
Yeah,
with the Rotmeyer Creed,
and it became like a fat army that was never fun to play against.
Nurgle.
Yep, which I got a bunch of plague toads. I'm guilty of it, but I got plague toads. You know, I love plague toads.
Use them, dude.
I love my frogs. But like. With these guys, and I just noticed they have little bows for the
for the barding.
That's so beautiful.
About how they used to be the regal noble horses. Like, that's it.
So blanchitsu.
It is so depressing and malaise and such. They capture it perfectly.
But they have big ass weapons. So I'm wondering if they're actually going to be like something where we finally get a decent Ren 2 that isn't like
they really
having to like be a super buff or rely on just something else. Like I wouldn't mind these guys being a little bit overcosted in the beginning. Like I would say they're overcosted, but they're probably good enough to play, and then people will go, they're too cheap, blah 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 blah, make everybody sad, and then have them like just being a good solid unit that's dependable, like a dependable fast moving unit. Fast for Nurgle being like 8 to 10 would be really cool.
Yes. The days of a 16-inch moving Blight King shouldn't have happened. And everything we're saying too wasn't just, hey, we're going to spam this one unit. It was the most reliable unit at the time to go and spread disease points. And to be the we're going to go and be tanky as shit as we spread disease points, so they die through our mortal wound output, not our own output necessarily. Either through exploding hits or just the ward saves being extra tanky or fleshy abundance being the spell put on a unit.
But the thing was, if you knew you were going up against them and you had like a decent damage dealer, like that was halfway survivable, you could still power through majority of the time with cavalry. So there was a lot of ways to just get around that, unless you were 100%, like I think the last time I played against a walking Nurgle army, I was playing my Therodons, right? And every unit that I hit, like I would wipe them over the course of a turn or two, but like it's still, I'm only going into them because like I'm slow enough that they're they have to be an option for my plans, right? Whereas like this, if we now have like reliable cavalry instead of flies,
it's power projection.
So it's power projection. I expect some survivability. I love the weapons. I really hope that the weapons live up to the weight that they look like they have. Like a flail, 2 heavy hammers, got horsey attacks, great, grand, wonderful, but a disgustingly resilient giant 8 wounds, at least 8-inch movement. Let's have it. Let's have a +1 damage on the charge or something. Give us something that motivates a Nurgle person to charge. Let's do it.
God forbid,
I mean, I know we have it with current rules, but it just doesn't have the same effect, right? Make them be able to stand alone. That's the one big problem that I've had so far whenever I put together Nurgle lists.
Stand alone. Shout out Jack.
In order for everything to work, they all have to be kind of clumped, right? Your characters have to babysit a unit to get the maximum.
It's the alpha bunker of armies. You go up there, you can stand out a point, and then hope you just outgrind somebody because you roll your wounds hot, your ward saves hot. I mean, that you do your mortal wounds and have a good time. But this is great.
Yeah, and these feel like they offer tactical choices.
Yes. So yes, at first glance, yes.
Ooh, he's got gout. The horse got gout.
He's got my neck. It's horrible.
He got gout.
No.
Yep, just beautiful models.
Diabetes going for his toes.
I'm so ready to get these and paint them. My poor wallet. But
yeah.
On to the new, just again, pure Blanchitsu. This looks like a cross between some like mad John Blanche fever dream and almost like they actually for me hit that almost like I'm going to say like South Asian vibe that's out there. Like there's almost
I could see that of like almost like a Filipino.
Yep.
Yeah, and you see kind of.
You see that a little bit with the what's their name, the Warcry Warband.
Yeah,
and mainly because of, like the bamboo, and you just.
Oh, are you thinking bamboos, like more like a Mallory kind of deal?
Somewhere around there, I think it's nondescript purposefully, right?
You're right. That would be why I can't place it exactly.
Yeah, and it's same with like OBR. You see like a little bit of
almost like not samurai, not Chinese,
right?
Ming, but yeah,
almost
not
Korean,
Roman,
almost more Korean.
I could see Korean for that. I could see, get some turtle ships in there.
Yeah, but what we're not talking about, we're talking about these guys and
with their big, beautiful antlers, and they've busted out of their armor. They've got these sashes of office here that are. Again, it's the fabric, it's the metal. It just looks really cool. It gives you a lot of different textures to paint on.
Yeah, and
the standard is beautiful. It's a fucked up maypole.
We've got
it might be.
Could be, yeah. We got these giant like leg guards. I don't know if there's a technical term for those, but also they're very aware that their heads could get cut off, so they're being smart there by covering up their necks.
Yep.
I don't know what to say other than these are just beautiful models. Like,
are these weapon options we're looking at? You think a big two-handers or?
I don't know. It looks like we've got two-handers for all of them. Again, this so good.
The hell of them all.
Yeah, like that is a proper bashy stick.
Yeah.
And it looks like we are going to get 5, and they are on 40 mils, is what it looks like.
Okay. And again, it's an update to the current Blight King model.
Well, and this is where I actually have an interesting question. We now have another, we're going to have another infantry unit.
Yeah.
We actually have two more incoming infantry units. These are going to be kind of the upgrade to the Putrid Blight Kings, which I believe are going to be the elite of the elite.
Yes.
If they aren't the elite of the elite, they're going to be the elite damage dealers. Because, low armor generally means berserker in theme, right?
Especially with Warhammer stuff, yes.
Mm-hmm. These, I would love another Ren 2. If we get a Ren 2, we get, instead of like 3 or 4 attacks, we can just get 2 each, Ren 2, 3 damage. That's perfect. That is perfect for them. I don't even care if they only have a 5 and up save and a 5 and up ward. Perfect, right? Now you've got something that you actually have to like manage and care about a little bit that does damage instead of just,
It makes me think of like the Iron Guts for ogres, where it's this that's the elite heavy infantry with everything, and they got their stomachs out and they're having a great time. They feel like better Iron Guts.
They could be. I feel like they're probably more resilient.
They definitely would be more. Nurgle being disgusting over. I see what you did there.
Yeah, I feel like this release is going to kill my wallet. But
and the maggots crawling through their antlers as well. Just really. And again, those antlers being so prolific in all the Sylvaneth stuff. This is the dark perversion of what the Sylvaneth stand for. That's why they've been, on-site enemies from day one.
And as both of us being Wood Elf players, this is cathartic, and also, god damn, where are my Wood Elves?
Yeah, give me my Kurnothi GW.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. Do you think they're going to do anything interesting with them?
With Kurnothi or with?
No. Still on Nurgle. Still on Nurgle. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, this is already really interesting. I'm just curious what this story is going to be about with them and how they're like a narrative Rocco, I know, but how that will move the narrative forward with this season of the GHB being in Garan and having all of this clusterfuck of a war happening here.
I feel like these are going to be great storytelling elements in and of themselves. Like just the models themselves are storytelling elements, but like I feel like when we get the lore for these, they're going to be the guys that survived and got elevated to like priesthood, right?
Yeah,
these to me like feel
fanatical.
Like fanatical priests almost. They're like, screw it. I don't even need armor.
It's the cloth there, It's it gives me like a station of office sash. Of these are some important people, and
we're gone with goofy weapons, and now we have weapons that look scary, and I love it. I love it so much. As much as I love my goofy weapons. Oh my goodness, did I not notice this earlier?
I was just thinking about that.
That's a cow head.
It is.
I saw the hole and I was like, "Is that Famir?" I got really excited.
Oh no!
And then let down.
By that, that was the eyeball. I mean, but it is a cow's head.
Yeah, I'm still here for it.
That poor Illumineth. I mean, what?
But yeah, I mean, I love it. They're almost even leaning into like some of that, like very. I really love what the team has done with this. They haven't like. One of our other episodes, I was talking about how the Hellsmith's paint job was the one thing that I think was throwing me.
Yeah.
This they nailed. Like kudos on Games Workshop's paint.
You know what it almost reminds me of is almost like a Resident Evil. The townsfolk, like in the games, like the townsfolk have fallen to the disease and the virus has corrupted their bodies, kind of a vibe.
And on the flip side of that too, there's definitely some Silent Hill feel here.
Oh sure.
So I'm excited. Yes, they're definitely committed to worship. God. Definitely committed to worship.
Look at those cankles, dude.
Hey man, that's that water bloat.
Hey, where was that? Yeah, bring the gout back.
Yeah.
All right, the rot sword.
So these are what I am interested in seeing, and they look like they're going to be on 32s.
Yes, an actual medium infantry.
Mm-hmm. And so
maybe more defensive because they're still in armor.
Yeah, and we've got our shield and hand weapons, so
Yep.
I'm gonna hope they actually have a 3-and-up save.
That'd be
because
nice.
It feels like we should still need that Nurgle, just with the speed, right?
Yeah.
There should be some guys that just sit on an objective. I'd imagine these guys are like 2 wounds, whereas the Blight Kings are 4 or something, right? Still beautiful.
Yeah,
they are nailing the
again.
suit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder, like, what's the model count on this going to be? Is it going to be 8? Is it going to be 10? My guess would be 8, right?
Yeah. What's Nurgle's number? 6?
Or is it 7? 7, 7, 7.
7's okay.
Yeah.
When I only dabbled in Zinch, I didn't fully devolve into chaos. Okay.
I mean, they look interesting. They look like they're going to be globbed up. They look like they're going to be a horde unit just because of the way that the models are kind of like positioned, right?
Yeah, so maybe in 5s to mirror like a Stormcast, basic trooper.
We got 2, 4, 6, 8. No, 10, I think we do have a 10 unit.
Okay.
10 man unit, which is nice.
It is.
So if it starts out as a 10 man unit, then now we have the old Blight Kings on smaller bases, which is nice.
Yeah. That'll fill out here. What are current Blight Kings on?
They're on 40s.
Around 40s.
So these being on 32s is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
But so that's 2 infantry units, 1 cav, and 1 hero so far, right?
Yeah.
Like these guys, I don't think we'll see much in the way of combat. I think maybe we'll get like a buff for them. Oh, I love this armor.
I know, that's really nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
But like I'm actually looking forward to having 1 unit that is not special.
Yeah.
And that's what this is going to be.
Regular dudes. And also, as much as we've said, we talked about like the spam, like the 1 unit. And Nurgle's roster has what?
It's got a lot.
Yes, there's a bunch of special heroes and stuff, and you can build the Slogoth or Lords or Magoth Lords, whatever they are. There are a few different ways, but functionally, let's say that's one mod. Like their infantry and their cavalry, they needed a little more unit diversity.
Yeah, and they just needed the ability to surprise your opponent, right?
Yes.
And the more units you have, the more capable you are of doing it. And plus, it's just nice to see something new. Yeah. I was not expecting a whole lot from Nurgle, to be honest.
No, I thought maybe an update of like a hero. Maybe we get a unit, and life is good. But you can scroll down. I know you're excited. Okay.
All right, here we go. Sad Beastman player. Now a happier Beastman player, but still sad. So now we're looking at the Pestigors. Pestigors, so much better than the old models.
It really
don't get me wrong, I love my old models, but these capture something completely different.
No, this is some horror type shit right here.
Yeah, like there's some really good, like terrifying stuff here. And I'm wondering, this is the 1 unit. As much as I love them, and as much as I'm going to love painting them, I'm wondering what their use case is going to be as opposed to Plague Bearers.
I agree. And again, we've seen some of them even like, half their head is rotted off and they've got maggots coming out of where the horns should be. The horns are broken and splintered. These are they have dynamic movement with the flails and the spears and the choppers they got going here. Their faces are honestly just fucked up.
Yeah,
we know as a beast man.
They look like half of those horror movies out there where something goes nuts. Which incidentally, if you ever get a chance, go watch a movie called Black Sheep. It's a New Zealand movie about sheep that get infected and turn into zombies and then bite people, and those people turn into zombie sheep.
And also, like how glossy those eyes are on some of them reminds me almost of like the Last of Us, like the spore zombies that are in there.
Mm-hmm. In particular, I really like these
Oh
kind
my
of
God.
where
Yeah.
the
Missing like
skin
half his
is
snout.
yeah,
Oh.
skin is peeling back off their snouts, and there's just
Ooh.
you can tell that the designer that went into this like really loved what they were doing. They took their
Yeah.
time.
That whole
And
design too. That's yeah.
like I really, really, really appreciate these models. Like
Yeah.
this is
Someone
just barely holding his guts in.
I
Okay.
know.
So I don't
Ugh.
know. What do you think they're gonna do? Because I'm thinking maybe they're going to be like one of those when they die, you know, 5 and up mortals or something, or somebody becomes diseased, depending on if the
Yeah. They're
disease
actually
mechanic
squishing. Because
changed.
look at that, what I'm assuming is the champion on the left there,
Mm-hmm.
where his guts are coming out.
Yeah, he's like farming them.
He's
You
got the
just
oatmeal there.
who even needs to be hungry? You just like put the stuff in there. Oh, he's got a
Hmm.
little rip though. It's gonna
Yeah.
all
Just
coming
tear.
out.
Yeah. But yeah, what is their use? Because again, these guys have really big weapons again.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they're gonna be similar to like the Sagi Slongor as like a shock
Could
infantry,
be.
but
Yeah,
on
but like 5 inch movement or something. Because they
yeah,
can't be
maybe.
four. Maybe they have a run and charge if they're powered up from something.
I could see that. I could see that.
It would be cool if they leaned into at least like one Beastman hero, though. That would have been really
Yeah.
cool to see. Because then you'd have like the full gamut, right? You'd be able to
Hmm.
show like an entire arc in an army, something like what they did with the Hobgrot Slitter, right? Like
Yes.
technically, you can run an all Hobgrot army and make sense with it, like narratively, if you really
Yeah.
wanted to, right?
Yeah. You could.
Um, it would have been interesting to see that, but I may have to pull out some old conversions or something for
Yeah.
these.
But yeah.
Um,
No, I feel and hey, Mister 80 Bestigor, if you wanted to, you could. It's one of those things where we're gonna have to because I don't think the article teased too much about what their actual use case is.
yeah, let's take a
Um,
look.
yeah,
Um,
Touchback.
yeah, nothing. Pestigor.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the sowing destruction and disease, right? So if I'm going to look at this and I'm going to think about from a narrative perspective how I'm going to write the rules, I would totally have them be a vector for
Oh yeah.
either dying and exploding.
Hmm.
Um, what is it? What's that rule now? It's the six ups to
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
other thing that I think they can do that Nurgle actually has struggled with forever
Oh
is
please.
they provide an alternate points amount that can fit into lists. Because
Oh
generally,
yeah.
when you're writing Nurgle lists,
Hmm.
it's actually a struggle to get to like 2K on the dot, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because most things are, or the points are bloated,
Yeah. For the ward
because
saves and everything.
yeah, the ward saves and just like the core rules of the army, which tend to
Hmm.
inflate the prices, right? It
Yep.
would be cool to see these as like a non-inflated, uh,
Damage dealer
just not even a damage
or
deal. Say like a
anything.
screen that blows up when you hit them, right?
Yeah. Yeah. If it, you're right, and that's why the spam always ended up being the spam of it because it's
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, cool, I can actually fit 7 of these in this, or I can fit 50 or 60 Blight Kings, or I can do like 12 flies, and that's my,
Yeah, but you
and it,
can't screen them. But you can't screen
no.
any of it, right? So,
And they
like,
they do have another unit, I believe, when we scroll down.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Or maybe it wasn't in this. Wasn't there like a human infantry as well? Like a
Oh, a hero?
bunch of schmucks? I'm
There was
thinking,
a different release, which we should go look at.
all right.
Because it was confirmed that these will
Hmm.
actually be in the rules for these will actually be in the Warhammer Quest box. We're coming back to
Yes.
him in a sec.
Oh, where are you? Yeah, we are.
But yeah, so we've got Gelgus Pust from the
Look
new
at
Warhammer
this
Quest
demon
box.
prince. Oh my god, that if looks could kill that face. Is just ugh.
Is murder.
It's a rictus smile. It's
yeah, and I think like these are good
got
enough.
hooves.
I hope that these are released later outside of the box as just generic lord if they want. Because
give me the Ulfenkarn treatment, man. At least have them for a while.
Yeah. And ensure that they're on the same basis so that I don't have to rebase anything. Please.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But yeah, like, so we've got this guy. I'm sure he's going to buff only the guys in this for the moment.
But look at the faces on his cursed sword.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sometimes you just got to take people's faces and make them your sword,
Yeah,
I do love it though. He's got like the little crown of thorns or something there. He's really good.
Yeah.
So we got that guy. Then we've got whatever this thing is.
The cyst witch. Ugh.
And I love it because I can't tell. I really can't tell, but I really hope that this person has just melded into them. Like all.
Oh God, they have. They have. It's gonna be some totally messed up, fucked up, just human centipede bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Like let that be that. So again, knocked out of the park. But these actually do feel like they were done by a different designer than the others, which is interesting because they have just a little bit more of almost like what I would call just like
what do you think?
Like late third army style, if that makes any sense. Like
it's like almost cartoony villain.
Yeah, this sitting next to one of the newer Rotbringer models, right?
Yeah,
would feel right at home. But then we got this guy, and wow. Okay, so Molgoth the Cleaver. This is pure anime nightmare fuel.
Oh God,
I've never played the game, but this to me is what somebody would say is Dark Souls like.
Oh yeah, it's good. This is a Dark Souls boss. Yeah. And then his second stage is he busts out of the armor and turns into a bigger monster. Yeah. And
again, like
I've played Dark Souls and Bloodborne, baby. Yeah, you're
never played them. I am not good at video games, and I hear that is a game I need to stay away from if I don't have patience for video games.
Yes.
So
it's hard on purpose.
I prefer my mental health intact. So this is where things get interesting. So we've got a hero here. He's very much like probably a character killer, hero hunter. We have the Lord, who is going to be some sort of support piece. But then we have a shaman. So I'm wondering if these are going to be released and will stay with the Nurgle book. Because then if we have that all across is just like generic, or even if they're like have a special name to them, but they're actually
it's the Zangor shaman again. Yeah. But now for Nurgle. But it makes perfect sense to be in this army.
Yep. And I really wish we would have gotten that for Khorne, but here we are.
It takes a while.
Famir. It's Famir. It's right there. It's a Famir. It's right there.
Hey, you lost your swamps to the beastman.
I know. But yeah, this looks beautiful. It's still a little complicated. I can't really tell what's going on here.
Oh no, it is a lot. It definitely feels like he ripped the heart out of somebody, out of some gem in that pool, and it's dripping down.
But I mean, I'm excited. If these make it into the book, like that means that we've got at least 2 more support characters, 3 support characters technically, if we include the shaman, and then we've got another like 8 stick in Molgoth the Cleaver.
Okay. Yep. Now we've got these Cankerborn.
Yeah. Which
Ed Nutty, get scared. The Cankers are coming.
I can't help myself but love these models, and I'm really sad if they get legended, because these should stick around as regular kits. These should just be something that work in the same way that like the wolf dudes and retinue work for Gloomspite kits. Just have them around, just be a slow way of adding to a ward while also being insanely cool and just dangerous, right?
And they're going to get the Korsagi treatment probably eventually, or and all the other Ulfkar stuff. But while we have them, we're going to enjoy them.
Don't steal my tears. Don't steal them. But yeah, they probably will. They're so cool though. These,
oh my God,
I love them.
Again, it just reminds me of like how we don't have the chaos trolls like we used to.
And so there is one thing, and I know that I got really excited for Dark Oath when it came out, because it was about as close as we had gotten to something that looked like it could possibly be around Albion or where Albion was and have that Celtic influence, right? And Kurnothi, we're still coming to you because that's the final pin in the hat. But these feel like they could just be a bad thing on Albion.
Oh yeah. And we've seen this swirl pattern throughout this release for the Warhammer Quest game that this is whatever the place everything's going after. This is that, and this is a swamp horror monster that came out that was a plague bear. It's grown multiple heads. They've merged into some unspeakable horror with cloven hooves and weird flesh blades that have come to kill me.
Just as planned.
Yeah,
not really just as not really Nurgle. But yeah, I'm here for
it. The head of a plague bear. Yeah.
And then we have Blight Templars, which what? So we know that we have a unit of 5 for Blight Kings. We know that we have a unit of 10 for the smaller Blight Kings, which I'm not going to remember the name. But then we have these Blight Templars. And again, super Blanchitsu, but also more Dark Souls-ish than Blanchitsu with those like tiny feats. They have tiny feats.
You would think of the Onion Knight. Yeah. That you get Dark Souls fans will know. But and the guts coming out, these guys look like they could have been Plague Marines. They've got that classic silhouette, but this paint job does them justice. That big ass heavy flail over there. These are gonna be such a pain in the ass in this board game, let alone whatever their profile is gonna be in the main game.
And I'm wondering where they'll fit though. I feel like they're going to be another Kasari guard style unit, or just a throwaway sit on an objective. We got 4 wounds each, 3 and up save.
Yeah, so people used to use the Underworld warbands for like, cool man, here's this small warband. It's gonna go over there like the Khorne one for the longest time. Yeah, they were the Marauders, and then you're just like, I'm just gonna sacrifice them anyway. But this is what I was really excited about:
the Pox Wretches.
Yeah. So here's your fodder. If you want to go mortals.
Yeah, tell me more about where you think these guys will fit into the book, because we know these are coming in the book.
Yeah, we got a screen, baby. Here we are. We have a legit cheap fodder that we could throw up there. They're probably going to be 1 wound each. They're probably not even going to get a ward save if they do. They look diseased as hell. Maybe they get a ward save. I don't know, but we finally have a nice disposable throwaway unit.
Yeah, and they're all blind.
Numbers. They look ridiculous, and I love them for it. Each one's just starting to get a bad mutate. One's got a bad leg. One's got a bad arm. Yeah. They've got zits and poxes everywhere. These are the mortals who just gave up and embraced Papa Nurgle, and now they are going to be the regular foot soldiers of this normally super elite force that we end up seeing here, because outside of plague bearers, there wasn't just a mob of dudes.
Yep, and that makes me wonder if plague bearers are actually going to fulfill a function now.
Yeah, is it going to be like the demon version of this?
Like 1 attack each does not cut it for a demon. Like even if they're slow, even if they're Nurglites, like give them 2 attacks, even if they hit on 4s, let them crit on 6s naturally, and then buff them up so that they can get more attacks, but they're still slow, right?
Like,
none of that.
Why shouldn't these guys be Why shouldn't these guys be Nurgle's free guild steel helms? You know?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's where I'm thinking they actually kind of fit in, like 100 points at the most, and probably go down to 90 or 85 even a couple of months in, when people realize, hey, these are just a little bit too expensive and people aren't buying them.
Yep. 100%.
But they're showing up in all the lists because people are just converting them. And then we have more Pestigors.
Yeah, all alternate Pestigor.
Yeah, which these, again, this is very clearly a different designer, right? But I love how cartoony some of this stuff is painted. And these feel like just converted up old gore, to be honest.
They really do.
Like, they've got the shields, the circular shields. These are beautiful. Like, chisel and stuff here.
Yeah, they've got whatever weapons they could scrounge and come up with.
So
got weird little rhino horns, so they seem like another tribe that walked in.
So it makes me wonder if we're going to have, like, if these do actually come into the Nurgle book, right? We got 2, 4, 6, 8 only in this.
Yeah. Was the other one a 10?
Yes, I believe so. We can go back and check it a little bit.
Okay.
But these having shields, my guess is going to be 4-and-up and crappier rules. My guess would be they're literally just going to copy and paste gore rules from Beast of Chaos, and we'll have
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, anything to get my gores on the table.
Yeah, and again, if this is gonna be a thing of cool, now you can do an all demon list, you can do a beastman list, you can do a mortals list. I'm okay with that. Humanish mortals list where they've got so you can mix and match the flavor that you want.
That's really where I'm excited for. I hope this isn't the only release that we get that is filled out this far before, fourth ends or something, right? I hope fourth sticks around long enough because it's the best version of the game they've ever had.
Honestly, yeah, I really hope that this lasts more than 3 years.
Yeah.
And also, this is the kind of release I thought that my Deepkin were going to get with a model expansion. This is great for the game, and it shows they're still investing in it, and everything's doing awesome between this and the mainline release here.
And there are a lot of armies that need it, right? We still got Fire Slayers, we still got Deepkin. We've got Daughters of
KO got most of what they needed.
KO's got pretty much everything they need, I think, now. Like, it's a smaller army, and I would expect it to stay a smaller army. Just because of the nature of it. Like, what more are you going to shoot?
But it was a great expansion that they got. But yeah, there's still a few things that could use a little love.
Yeah, for sure.
My
favorite. Man. This is my favorite out of this box, to be 100% honest. The thing that I'm looking at right now, for those who are just listening, are the Mire Kelpies. Yep. And this goes back to, again, the need for Albion, which was essentially like the Celtic island. In
a bit more Welsh, a bit more druidic, mystical, and then if you're familiar with like a D&D setting, but add the horror element here. What's the Welsh, like, it sees you on Christmas and the skull clatters at you?
I don't know. I do know that Kelpies are the ones that drag you into the water. So
yes.
So I'm really excited. I only connect with weird, creepy folklore. So, like, this is my jam. And these are going to go right into my Famir army. I have no idea how they're going into my Famir army, but they're going to be part of my Famir army. And I'm probably going to buy way too many of these on eBay.
All right, I'm going to definitely mess up this pronunciation, but the Mary Lude traditionally entails the use of some kind of a hobby horse made from a horse's skull mounted on a pole. The sheet over it, first recorded in 1890. This is from Wikipedia. It's a Christmas time tradition where groups of men would accompany the horse on its travels and would just get into shenanigans. And this is the horror version of that.
Nice. I mean, it's interesting how that part of folklore is very horse based because you have like the Nuckleave, you have Kelpies, you have that specific. It's very interesting.
There are a lot of really interesting folklore with ghost horses and all kinds of things. But yeah, it's a monster that drags you down to the depths. They are everywhere. There's something that my DPM would definitely love to go and kill because holy shit.
They're like, don't drag them down here. That's trash. Don't put trash in our neighborhood.
Yep. And because of how feculent all the mires and all the swamps are in here, you're never going to see this coming. It's just going to look like a floating skull.
And in a place where a lot of skulls get chopped up and rot, it's going to be hard to discern. Models are beautiful though. Like specifically this one, I think is just beautiful. There's one that captures just the laughing skull, the strangeness of it all, which
and this is again, if this makes it and stays in the book, this could be like their version of an Aetherwing. It's a fast-moving 3-man unit. It doesn't have to have a good save or anything crazy, but it's going to be great for area denial against armies that teleport and deep strike.
Yeah,
another thing Nurgle hasn't had.
Yeah,
a mobile screen.
Well, I mean, hopefully we get that. Well,
we'll see.
Hopefully we get that with the humans, mobile and the goats, right? Yeah. Goats should be fast.
Goats should.
But out of all of this, we've talked a lot of Nurgle. We haven't talked about the thing that both Rocco and I have loved so much, and we're
so nurse
angry at Games Workshop collectively, and that is Kelthanor. So,
my prince, the prince that was promised.
For those of you all listening, there is a race in Age of Sigmar that exists behind the curtain, apparently.
Yep.
And they are Kurnothi. So Kurnothi are essentially what happens when you take wood elves from old times or wanderers for anybody who played, first and second edition, and then just
rip my glaive guard.
Yeah. Right. And then fuse them to the horses. So they're all centaurs. They are
centaurs or satyrs.
Wood elves. Yeah.
Yes.
Or satyrs. And they are gorgeous.
They are.
There's only been 3 releases of them. What is it? 2 are from Underworlds.
Yeah, 2 are from Underworlds.
Or no, 2 are from Underworlds. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 are from Underworlds, and then there was a Kurnothi hero in another Warhammer quest box in Ulfenkarn.
Yep, that's what it was. And
now we've got this guy here.
So we're just continually getting teased, both Rocco and I, lover of Wood Elves.
Because this is what the lore that I know I would have thought the Wood Elves would have done to start with and not have been Wanderers. And the fact that, again, they tease the whole, they did this last stand on the Kurnothal, the continent for Kurnoth. That's where we get the Kurnoth hunters that we currently have in Sylvaneth. They keep teasing it and teasing, it's almost like Malarian for a Dark Elf lover.
Yep.
That's just been waiting forever. And I'm like, cool. I always liked the True Spirits were nice, but I was always the elf side of Wood Elves.
Yeah, the Tree Spirits were the horror element of the Wood Elf armies that I always had. I made them like as gory and scary looking as possible because to me,
folklore of it.
Nothing would hurt more than getting punched by a fucking tree. Right? Like that would be terrifying. Just a tree coming up and slapping you would take your skin off, right?
Yep.
So
lay that wood on him, baby.
So that's where I always bristle at those hyper smooth paint jobs for Wood Elves, and I want, or not Wood Elves, Sylvaneth, and I want Kurnothi, and I feel like they've teased us enough. I feel like it's time when we get the Sylvaneth book, like the 6th or 7th Sylvaneth book that we have now, whatever one it is. Feels like.
Or Kurnoth, I should say. Let him come back. Give me Orion back. I know we got him back in the old world, blah, blah, blah. That's not what we're talking. We're Age of Sigmar here.
Yeah,
let the story move forward.
When we get that book, it's got to be something like this because when these come out, dryads finally have a use. They can hang on objectives. They don't have to be a screen. We finally have more than just 2 cavalry units that can move fast, right?
They only recently got because of the bugs release,
right? So like that would be the thing that I want to see for Sylvaneth in the vein of what Nurgle just got, right? Like fill out that book with just something dependable that changes the army from having to be a switchblade trick pony, essentially, right?
Yeah.
Or not switchblade, what do you call it? Swiss Army knife.
Oh, sure.
An army that does everything and does it kind of poorly. Like worse than the other tools, right?
Yeah. Again, the Kurnoff being broken into multiple war scroll that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But really, that's one unit. Let's just be honest with ourselves. That's just one unit.
Yeah.
Then you've got tree revs and revenant, and the other revenants that are really just, again, one can teleport, one does kind of mortal wounds.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not there for damage. Neither, again, maybe you pop off in a big unit for the mortal wounds, but they die too quick. Teleporting to steal objectives is great, but really you're relying on that one unit, that one real war scroll of a unit of Kurnoff.
Yep.
And whether it's bows or swords or size or in flavor that month, cool, that's one unit. You've got the big tree monsters and the tree lords. You've got the spirit of Durthu going on. That's really a knightly order, not actually Durthu. That's fine. Give him his flowers. Durthu was a great inspiration in the old world. Happy to have him.
Mm-hmm.
We need to fill out that book.
Yep. Yeah, that book just needs dependable, non-gimmick units.
Those who wander do not need to be wanderer no more.
Yeah.
Bring them home, GW. I can't have them in my city's army anymore because we've cut war scrolls, even though they're all over the lore still. Bring them home.
Just let us have them. Let us have them. Games Workshop.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is very Celtic.
Yes.
Very Celtic. Just the leather armor and stuff.
I love the patterns we got going. We've got the soul gem there, like every good elf should. We've got the spirit amphora still. So they're technically more tree spirit-ish that have merged between elf and beast.
Mm-hmm. Let us have a Games Workshop. And then should we do an honorable mention?
Please.
For the actual druid here?
Yeah, for the blurred out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the 2 druids.
Yeah, the 2 druids.
Right? Like this guy looks great.
I love him.
That's
my wild shape right there.
I hope he gets a scroll for Sylvaneth. Just like an honorable mention scroll, like they like to give out every once in a while.
Tag around his neck, but yes.
Yeah.
He should. This should be what the elves have gone and merged in with the wildlife to go and worship in different ways. Kurnoff took them in when Ilariel, who it should have been Ariel, but again, that's a whole nother argument for another day.
Amen. C'est la vie. I can't argue with it though.
We're Wood Elf truthers here.
Yeah, I mean, another beautiful model, very, very non-dynamic, or I would say non-action pose, just very dynamic.
Yes.
Just very well done.
Yeah.
And then
his little mace is off on his hip. And this last dude with that familiar.
Like an actual druid with 2 familiars.
He's got an owl. Yeah.
He's got an owl.
He's got a little owl. And then he's got this wolf thing that goes with the acorn lion that we got from the Underworld's warband.
Mm-hmm.
Can you move your move your head because you're kind of blocking the.
Where am I?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, look at that sucker.
Is it on that side? Is that better?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Whew, I can't see.
Leaves and vines and sinew and this just is awesome.
Yeah, this screams like Life Wizard, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm here for it. I'm excited to see if
Dude grew his staff out of vines and is standing on part of the vine still. Like
it's gonna break off and say I am Groot like 3 turns in.
And it's the shepherd's crook that a lot of the old wood elves had too for their unit banners.
Yep. So there's so much personality in this box. I'm really excited for it. I think.
Look at that guy. Oh man. Well, a little on the actual heroes, if you want to talk about like the cities like that, the totally not a Bretonnian paladin that's got the cities of Sigmar shield with the lion head.
Yeah, which is cool. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Like
That is
that's
a
going to
really
be a
cool
great
knight.
general. It's going to be a great general. Or maybe we have our own little mini quester knight,
Yeah.
little
Or
wannabe
it's the
stormcast.
Yeah, or it's the Frigo Command Corps alternate models,
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it. There's plenty of uses. Again, this is just another D&D party for any RPG you want to play.
Yep.
Knight with a cape with a cool helmet.
And in all honesty, like the fact that I think the bases do fairly well line up with Free Guild Command Corps. It's actually
looking like
pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
Great model.
Uh-huh.
I'm excited to go back and look at the actual reveal where we have the 360 because I have a feeling that cloak makes her look way more dynamic than the picture that they had to take.
Yeah.
This is definitely one of those like 3D looks. We're looking at the Renegade Saint Bren Tylus at the moment. And I have
a great sword, and she's got a lantern on her back to repel some Nurgle filth.
Just as planned.
Yep.
Honorable mentions. Oh yeah, there is. I'm going to go on a rant in a sec after this.
Okay.
But I love this model as well. I am so terrified to put this model together.
Yeah. She looks really cool though. Bringing up the life water guy ran up around her blade to go and get rid of some Nurgle bullshit.
And kudos on the designers though, because they did put it together without this being one long piece.
God bless.
So
that would have snapped right there too.
Yeah, but I do love like the attention to detail on like the cape.
The flowing dress and cape there. Yeah, no, love it.
Cutting the flash off that is going to kill me though, and the hair.
Yeah, it is.
And the hair.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
wonderful hair. That's some Daughters of Cain hair right there.
But we know I am not a person who generally enjoys dwarfs, but holy shit.
I know.
I think Games Workshop just put out their best dwarf model I've ever seen in this guy, the Drolf Ironhead guy. And like there is just something that speaks a little bit more to like that fantasy feel as opposed to like the high fantasy or cartoonishess. Like this guy actually feels like he could exist instead of a cartoonish version of what could exist, or like
I agree.
Over the topness that is old world dwarves, right?
Yes.
This guy looks like he actually lives in the woods, or has put in time, got a paycheck, right? As opposed to I just woke up in this armor and it was shit, right? This I think is probably like
he's got his 50 feet of rope and a dream.
I looked at all the models, and of course the first thing I just sat there and like slobbered over was Kelthanor, but the dwarf is just so well done.
And he looks like a dwarf.
Yeah.
Dwarf Ironhead, eh?
Don't throw me. Yeah, I'm really excited to see. Hopefully we'll get warscrolls for those. But out of all of this, with all of this Nurgle release, I'm more excited to actually start thinking about what I'm going to do with my Nurgle army.
Yes.
Because there's
God, that
it looks like
that demon prince's face.
Yeah.
That smile and the skin pulled back. Oh God.
And so it will actually contain the rules for using Nurgle's followers.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But it looks like they're just going to be their own war scroll standalone boxes. Yep. Cool. So they will be longer than Legends or Cursed City, hopefully.
Yeah.
But when I look at this, there's so many armies that I want to go through this metamorphosis of like, you can definitely tell, models teams are getting input that we need more models, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to sell them. There's noticeably no demons in this
Yes.
release, which is interesting.
Now that you mention it.
But those demon models are beautiful, right? They're all great.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah.
But
they weren't the side. I mean, I guess we had to pick one side. I'd rather the Mortals because they tell a more interesting story to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's what the fuck happened after Nurgle took over large chunks of Ghyran. Because Alariel only has a continent. Kernoffel is under siege and cut off from her.
Mm-hmm.
The undead have a continent, and then there's a point where like three of them kind of mix together and they all fight over that, which is where we are. But it's like what happened to the other, 80% of Ghyran was these people.
Yeah, and it was adapt or
die.
Yeah. And so like as a storytelling engine, like the models by themselves, amazing.
Yeah.
Add that to the lore, which like Nurgle somehow is the most fleshed out of the Chaos Gods.
Yeah.
As far as the lore goes. Even Khorne, which like had like a start right out the gates, hasn't had like the minutia of lore written about them as much as Nurgle has. So like it's really good to see them actually get kind of their real day, right?
Yeah, get the models to represent all the awesome writing they've had.
Mm-hmm. And then flesh out the weakness. I feel like not only is this like, I know we're like Games Workshop gushing here, but like this is one of the releases like coming out of like the mild disappointment to myself from Hashut, which again the models didn't reach the depths of like the Forge World releases that were just really angry, violent, dark looking, right? Yes.
I could have used a Kadai Fireborn redone as well. Yeah, I got you.
Like these actually feel evil. Like they feel evil in a way that only Nurgle could feel, and they capture that essence perfectly. Now I still haven't read. I still haven't got myself like fully into the lore of all of that, all of the Horns of Hashut book yet. So maybe it'll turn for me, but nothing's ever going to beat Nurgle when it comes to just like instant. Oh my god! Every time there's a release for them, oh my god!
I know. Also, with the Kurnothi tease, the only other thing that I think was teased as much were the Chorfs, because they were teased from the original Fire Slayers book as having broken off, kept dripped and dripped and dripped and dripped, and so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But as far as Nurgle's concerned, great model release.
And I'm looking forward to this.
Did we get a date? Or just soon?
I think it's probably a soon, because that was that was a preview, right? So
yeah, it was a preview.
That being said, they are totally giving us the feels of that Warhammer Quest is going to be a Christmas release, I think, because we already got the Christmas boxes out, right?
Yeah.
And Games Workshop always likes to do like the month-long reveal and hype train.
Yeah.
Looks like Warhammer Quest is that box for this time.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. I'm excited that literally all the missions are going to be in a book. So if my wife and I want to play, we can just open a book, right? It's great. Great idea. I think, there's going to be people who are angry, but there are always people who are angry. It's the nature of the world.
You can't, make everybody happy. Nope. It's the unfortunate truth of life.
And if you try, then you end up with McDonald's food. And then everybody's sad after a while.
Yep, when your fries don't mold after 3 months. Are they really fries?
Yeah. Oh, there was one more thing we forgot to talk about, and that's the new spearhead.
Yep. Which is great.
It's interesting because it feels. I'm going to go on a slight tangent, and then please. I think we're almost in a good place.
You tangent, then I'll tangent, because I'll explain on why it's great. I feel it's great, but you go on.
Spearheads are killing it, and the fact that they're doing 2 spearheads per army at least now is amazing, because not only are you scratching that itch for getting people to be able to play different styles of spearhead armies. Now, granted, I have not played spearhead, but I do know that the people who play it love it. They think it's a great, interesting version of the game. But
it's easier to get into as well. The rules are simplified, and then you can build up. Actually, the tournament that we talked about that I recently ran, which did really well and raised a bunch of money for the Trevor Project. It started off as that gaming club being mostly a 40K gaming club that got into AOS through Spearhead and through some things that I've been helping to push. And now, again, having 16 players show up was great. And then we're still looking to expand. And, it all starts with getting new players in through Spearhead, through skirmishing games. And they're like, oh, you get the taste and you move up.
Nice.
But keep going, Matt.
Well, and I think that this serves that purpose for giving people two different avenues, because the current Spearhead is more mortal based, right?
Yeah.
And now this one, well, so the current Spirit, I think, also has Plague Bearers, if I'm remembering correctly. So it's Plague Bearers and Blight Kings.
Yeah.
This, we have, the awesome thing of the Warcry warbands that they realize they have way too much stock of and they need to get rid of, so we're just going to throw them in a Spearhead. They're doing the thing that I would say, and this is this is something they need to do with 40K, to be 100% honest. Make something as easy to learn as Spearhead, and then put your kill team stuff in there just in the same way that you do Warcry stuff. You will sell so much more 40K. Not that you have a problem doing it, but the thing here is, like, this is something that you could reliably save up for regardless of building a list, because all of the stuff in here, you could genuinely have more than one, right?
Yep.
Like you can even the character you could have multiples of over time, right? So, like,
which character's in this one, Matt?
This is the what's he called? The Rotbringer sorcerer.
Okay, yeah. So, like, you've got the Rotbringer coven currently, and they might keep that around. So yeah, and having 2 foot wizards is normally a good thing in an army.
Yep. And so, like, I'm loving the new style of the Spearhead boxes, because they can plug gaps in your model range for, like, armies that you want to play.
Yep.
And the fact that there are 2 of them means they'll lean into one style of play or another.
Yes. But it also got me thinking that Regiment of Renown Jack keeps going on about, that has all the Nurglings. There it is. Yep. And again, like you said, the one thing that made me really happy with this is they are legitimizing the Warcry warband, which, after so many had been culled, these are a super popular Nurgle choice that showed that they needed more diversity in the model range with how well it's sold. They have heard us, and they're doing something about it. And also, Beast of Nurgle is always good to have. Like you said, you could honestly buy 2 of these and be set on having a bunch of stuff for different builds.
Like, I have over, I think, 6,000 points of Nurgle, right? I could still get this box and still build a different list and be happy.
Yeah.
Because I haven't gone all in on the little mortal dudes, right? I have 3 Rotbringers, but some of those are proxies, which means I can move those to something else if I need, right? I've got an old Rotigus that I use as a Rotbringer. And you can never have enough Nurglings, let's just be honest. They'll become overpowered from some way. And you can never have enough Beasts of Chaos. Like, they're always, if you're at an RTT and you want to plan a list that's hilarious, just throw 8 Beasts of Chaos on a list and watch the area denial game start and finish without you even really having to do much.
No, those Beasts of Nurgle are nutty. But no, it's a great time. And then with this being, it's a Regiment of Renown with the tree and that.
Easy way to get a tree.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, no, it's a fun time, and it also, the Tears of the Path to Glory stuff is cool for those of us more narrative minded, and having a way to play that isn't just tournaments and just with your gaming club to get more people into this. Yeah. That's cool. It's a cities with a Plague Doctor aesthetic versus Nurgle. It's fun. It's a fun conversion to lean into. And again, all of this just helps move the story along with the good lore we got in AOS.
Yeah.
With beautiful models.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is a great way to get tons of players in. The amount of people that love Nurgle just because of how weird and gross and happy they are.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
like,
easy.
What is it? Oogie Boogie from
Oogie Boogie Man.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, no, it's that pulled skin aesthetic filled with bugs.
Yeah,
this is it.
And we've got like a little mini Tamerkin again.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. My wallet is not excited at all about this. Mm-hmm. But
listen, man, I the next things I need to buy personally are because again, I'm not the biggest Chaos player. I really am not. Mm-hmm. But this release is really cool. But my wallet's more worried about terrain and if and when a Karnathi release happens.
Yeah.
But and again, that I'm getting hope of that prince that's promised. But this is a really nice range expansion and the refresh on Festus, and it's everything you'd want a faction to get with an expansion.
Yeah, and stuff that like competitive players need, and like semi-competitive players that really like Nurgle that want to go competitive are now going to have options, and I think that's the biggest
list thing. Variety is really important.
Mm-hmm.
To have multiple viable units to be like, cool, okay, putting this character, I only have 200 points or 170, and it's like, cool, I could either upgrade a unit to be an extra thing, or I can downgrade it, air quotes downgrade, in points to be like, instead of it being the Putrid Bright Kings to the next one down to save some points to put in a new hero. Yeah. Then you can play that game and list building of, all right, how do I round this out? How do I do I have the little kelpies in there to go around and be area denial because I've got a lot of teleporting coming in? Do I need flies because I'm running a bunch of demon buffs, or having these guys in here to be a faster, even if it's a medium cav compared to the mortal fly cav? Give yourself options.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that I've noticed from a lot of genuinely great players that have been playing Nurgle, that like consistently see like problems in game of like, if I only had this one thing.
Oh yeah,
if I only had 1 inch more of movement. If I only had the ability to actually take a screen that acted as a screen, that was costed as a screen, right?
Yeah, and not costed at a plague bearer. Because they know you're going to fleshy abundance it for so it's up to 2 wounds. Then they put it to 2 wounds, and then it's like, well, now it's even more expensive.
Yeah.
So give me a bunch of schmucks that I can go put up there.
Yeah, everybody needs fertilizer in the great land of Nurgle. I'm excited.
I think we went to a good place.
I think so as well. I don't even know what we would do for a last word here.
I almost say you should go back and cut it back to the everyone needs fertilizer line. That was pretty cold, man.
Because everyone does need fertilizer.
Hello, everybody. It is Rocco, your boy, coming at you once again with another Always Strikes Last promo. That's right. Ring that bell. Leave a like, a subscribe. On whatever platform you're listening to us on, be it YouTube, be it Podbean, whatever you got these days, so you can keep up to date. Don't forget, we have a Patreon if you want to, give us a thank you for all the stuff we put out. That gets you into our member-exclusive Discord. And if you want to be an even bigger supporter, we've got a merch store.